Hello and welcome to episode 4 of my new pokemech series. If you haven't checked out the other episodes, I suggest you do that first. I will say each video I'm going to try and improve in quality and editing, so sometimes maybe a bit dull, bear with me, I'm trying. This video is about Pidgey. We are going to start off with a quick introduction like we did last time. We're going to move on to the step-by-step build process so you can see how it was done. Then we're going to move on to the showcase, show you the rest of the theme park, add it to the Pokedex. So we're going to add the blueprint of Pidgey to our Pokedex, add it to a collection. And yeah, I think that's about it. So sorry to go on, sorry to bore you. Let's move on to the build process. I hope you enjoy the video. Right, so step 1 of the process to making Pidgey. I've started off by making his body, and we've added thrusters inside of it so it could potentially fly. Whether or not I'm going to make it fly, I do not know yet. When we get to Pidgeotto and Pidgeot, they'll definitely be flying. But Pidgey I might just keep as a kind of a foundation of how to make a good Pidgeot. When it comes to the shape, the mechanics, the wings, the feet, the head, the neck, all those things, anything we build on Pidgey, they'll apply to Pidgeotto and Pidgeot as well. Anyway, let's move on to step 2 and build his head. So step 2, I've built the head for Pidgey. I've mounted a light inside of it to kind of make its eyes glow blue, more blue, but I think Pidgey normally has blue eyes. I'm not going to lie, most of these builds I'm doing it from memory, so they're not going to be perfect, but I'm really quite happy with how this head looks. With how the beak came out, I could make the beak open and close if I wanted to, but again, Pidgeotto and Pidgeot, we're going to have a bigger build, which means we're going to have a lot more freedom to add things like moving mouths and just the detail in general. We'll have a lot more freedom with the bigger builds, the bigger evolutions. Anyway, let's move on to step 3. So step 3, I've added the head to the body. I've also added a hinge to the head, which will allow it to move up and down. There was already a rotor inside of the neck to allow it to look to the left and look to the right. But yeah, really quite simple. We've attached the head to the body and we've given it a functional neck. Let's jump to the next step, step 4, I believe. There's not much to say for step 4. Step 4 is basically just I've made legs. I've made some feet as well. The claws can open up, so the outer 2 claws, the one on the left, the claw on the left and the right of both feet, they can go further out and they can also come more in, which would kind of just give it a little bit more motion on the feet and make it look a bit, it's mainly for aesthetics to be honest. But again, when we come to the bigger builds, these talons that we're creating, I suppose we'll call them talons, the functional ones will have a lot more value when we come to the bigger build. Anyway, let's jump to step 5. So step 5, we've attached the feet to the body, or the legs to the body I should say. I've tilted the body slightly forward just to show that the body can move, but basically using the rotation of the legs and the legs locked in place, the body can tilt forward, it can stand right upright and even tilt its head to look into the sky. So if it wanted to, it could take a vertical position and look like it's about to take off. We could even make it take off. Right, step 6. Let's build some wings. So step 6, I've built the wings. I'm really happy with how they've come out, to be honest with you. They may seem kind of simple, but small blocks, small build, we don't have loads to work with, and what I've got is something I'm quite happy with. So I think we're going to get these, we're going to call these wings done, we're going to get them onto the build, and yeah, let's go have a look at the finished product. Welcome back to the pokemech theme park. So let's go check out the Pidgey build in its entirety. I'm actually really happy with how this build came out, and I think we've set the groundwork for an absolutely fantastic Pidgeotto and Pidgeot. Just a quick reminder, this park will be changing consistently. So if you see anything different or you want to see something in the park, let me know. If you have any ideas, whether it's little lights, signs maybe, I could add billboards and just have advertisements on. There's no rules really. Anything that I like the sound of, I'm open to adding in here, but I'd like it to be on the Pokemon theme. So if you have any ideas for a Pokemon theme thing to add into the theme park, feel free to let me know. Right, let's go check out Pidgey. Right, so there we go. There's Pidgey. I think we had a pretty good look at it. Let's go check out the rest of the theme park that we've been making. So every episode we build a Pokemon. At the end of each episode, off camera, I get that Pokemon and I add it into the park in some way. So far it's just been little additions like adding an island, adding a cave, and this time we've added a rock. It's not much, but considering we've got 151 Pokemon to add, this area may not be big enough to house all of them. So let's go check out the new addition to the park, and then we'll go add Pidgey to the Pokedex. So this time I've added a little rock over here for Squirtle to sit on. So it's not much, but as you can see I've just made a little boulder in the theoretical ocean for Squirtle to sit on. As I make Wartortle and Blastoise, we'll probably extend that rock and make it a bit bigger and add the other ones around it, or we'll create something much bigger to house all of them on. So there's Squirtle, we've seen him now. He's been added to the park and he's been added to the Pokedex. Let's go over here through that tunnel, and we'll go add Pidgey to the Pokedex, and then we'll talk about what builds are coming up next. I've got a few in mind, but I can't quite decide on which one to commit to first. But let's focus on the Pokedex first. Here we go. Let's head over to there, we'll install Pidgey and add him to the collection. This will be Pokemon number 4, I believe. I'll have to double check. We'll check together, but here we go. Let's add Pidgey. There we go. Now you've seen it. That's Pidgey added to the collection as well. We've got Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle over there, and now Pidgey. I'm really happy with how Pidgey came out. I think it's possibly one of the best builds that we've done so far. There's just something about the way that its wings hang over its legs. It just, yeah, the whole build, it feels really natural. Anyway, let's make our way out of here. So we've seen the new additions to the park, Squirtle on his little rock. I've already showed off Charmander in his cave and Bulbasaur on the island in past videos. Go check them out if you want to. If anyone has any ideas of how to incorporate the Pidgey hologram into the park, please leave them in the comment section below, because ideas, they're few and far between. More ideas the better. So if you have ideas to make this place a little bit better, bring it to life more, yeah, all input is appreciated. And please remember to like and subscribe, and also comment on future builds that you'd like to see, whether it be Pokemon or the way that they interact, or maybe even giving them moves. I'll catch you next time. Thank you for watching. Take care.